tremor in the night. A couple of nights later, in late November 2021, I woke up to a momentary tremor in my bed. My first thought was that there was a dog or a tropical animal under my bed. I quickly got up and turned on the light. I looked under the bed and around, but there was nothing strange in my room. So I went back to bed, dismissing the disturbance as a passing anomaly, or perhaps the remnants of fatigue from my travels morphing into unusual dreams. The room fell silent once more, shrouded in darkness except for the soft glow of the moon filtering through the cotton curtains. Just as I began to drift into the warmth of sleep, the stillness was broken again. Suddenly my bed began to shake again, this time more than before. The shaking lasted about a minute. Disoriented and startled, I jumped out of bed. I heard people talking loudly and excitedly outside. Intrigued and slightly alarmed, I ran outside. The street, usually deserted at that hour, was alive with the bustle of neighbors gathered in groups. Their animated conversations filled the atmosphere, their hands punctuating their loud voices with excited gestures. In this chaotic symphony of murmurs and exclamations, one word began to crystallize clearly: earthquake. From what I understood, the temblor was due to a powerful earthquake with its epicenter in Puerto Plata and a magnitude of 4.5 on the Richter scale. This revelation sent a wave of unease through my body as stories of swaying buildings, shattering windows, and people shaken by panic emerged from the crowd. Although smaller in scale compared to some of the most notorious earthquakes in history, for many present, it was a grim reminder of the Earth's volatile energy, a force far greater than any of us could withstand. The morning light brought with it the full view of what the night had hidden. Schools, buildings, and homes bearing visible wounds inflicted by nature's wrath. Cracks marred familiar facades, roofs had been ripped from their moorings, and the shattered remnants of people's lives lay scattered across spaces once considered safe havens. In the days that followed, the community displayed a strength of mutual aid I had never seen before. Local market vendors, shopkeepers, and residents banded together, each offering what little they had to help those most affected. Food and water stands appeared almost overnight, staffed by volunteers unwavering in their determination to help the less fortunate. The city vibrated not only with the mechanized hum of repair, but with the tireless drive of the human spirit to rebuild and renew. I became part of this collective effort, driven by more than just the need to restore structures. In those first hours after the earthquake, amid the incessant din of confusing conversations and worry, I found a renewed connection with my neighbors, a kinship forged in shared anxiety and determination. With every brick lifted, every bite of food shared, it became clear that healing was as much about mending hearts as it was about repairing roofs. The earthquake, though a testament to the unpredictable power of nature, had revealed a much deeper memory in its wake. It told a story of solidarity between people, diverse in their origins but bound together by the land they called home. As the weeks turned into months, the scars on the land slowly faded. But the memories of human connection and community resilience left an unforgettable mark on the hearts of those who lived through it. Every sunset thereafter took on new meaning as I stood on my porch, meditating on the horizon that had once seemed so immutable but was now a reminder of life's delicate balance. This balance, never promised or predictable, held the pieces of our lives, fleeting in their beauty and strength. The echo of that tremor would remain with me, not as a token of fear, but as a guide, accentuating the truth that while the earth may tremble beneath our feet, it is often in these moments of upheaval that our foundations are truly tested and our capacities for compassion, courage, and community are most profoundly revealed. Working at the Language Factory, the following weeks promised new encounters, unexplored learning experiences, and interactions that define a teaching career. Thus, the precise resignation from one institution became the threshold for another. The dawn of my first day at the Dominican American Cultural Institute arrived with a whisper of anticipation. A gentle Santo Domingo breeze carrying with it hints of adventures yet to unfold. It was the kind of day that seemed to promise new beginnings, the sky painted in shades of possibility as I made my way to the renowned institution that would become my second home. Barely a week after resigning from my previous position, I stood at the entrance of the institute, my mind brimming with the potential locked within its hallowed halls. The Dominican American Institute didn't just teach languages, it presented them in colorful shades of communication, celebrated their myriad forms, and handed them out like a lifeline to eager students, ready for the crossroads of global conversation. Initially, my position was part-time, a customary arrangement during the probationary period, but one that held within it the promise of something more. The Institute had well earned its reputation as a language factory, with branches spread across the Dominican Republic and an annual roster of approximately 4,000 students and 400 teachers. It was a hive of linguistic activity. Classes began smoothly, the structure of each lesson reminiscent of a symphony, a dance of verbs and nouns, conversations interspersed with laughter, and the uncanny clarity that comes from real interaction with another language. The students, their eyes bright with curiosity, were a mosaic of goals and dreams, each drawn to the Institute by the promise of opening doors to new opportunities that only new languages could unlock. Before long, my role at the Institute flourished. My teaching philosophy, centered on active, immersive education, resonated well with both students and faculty. The probationary period soon transformed into a full-time position, a joyful affirmation of mutual commitment. My relationship with the students was lively and contagious. Several even approached me for private lessons, eager to delve into the intricacies of language learning beyond the traditional curriculum. Recognition from the broader community was almost as swift. The Institute, internationally renowned not only for its rigorous academic programs, but also for its illustrious advisory board, which included members such as the U.S. Ambassador to the Dominican Republic, stood as a beacon of intercultural exchange. This prestige, coupled with the cosmopolitan nature of the student body, created an environment rich in diverse perspectives and histories. Every day in the classroom had its own unique rhythm. I found joy in getting to know the students and guiding them through the maze of English and French with compassion and persistence. Techniques evolved with the personalities in the room, with a rainbow of cultures as broad as the languages they spoke. Despite the fast pace, the atmosphere was never impersonal. The Institute exuded energy, a perceptible synergy between educators and students, united by a shared journey of discovery. The students' seriousness and dedication fueled my own passion for teaching in a way that was both humbling and invigorating. Within these walls, the culture of learning was celebrated, offering a rare symphony of tradition and innovation that resonated throughout every classroom. One afternoon, I found myself in the Institute's courtyard, an open space filled with the warmth of the day. The conversations swirling around me blended into a melodic hum, a testament to the linguistic plurality the Institute championed. As I sat there reflecting, one of my students approached and asked me to focus on the nuances of conversation in a one-on-one setting, further evidence of the bonds being forged in this educational space. Outside of the busy schedule, the camaraderie among the teachers was a comfort, a reminder that I was part of something bigger. My colleagues were a supportive network of like-minded individuals, dedicated to fostering an environment where language fluency was as much a tool as an art form. The staff room became a sanctuary for exchanging ideas, sharing victories in challenging lessons, and brainstorming new ways to inspire our students. Month after month, the story unfolded more and more, like the pages of a tightly woven novel, each chapter brimming with characters from around the world. At the heart of it all was a mission that transcended geographical borders, a commitment to empowering people through language, offering them keys to open doors not only in their professional or educational pursuits, but also to understanding a broader world culture. My time at the Dominican American Cultural Institute was more than a professional evolution. It was a profound journey through the nuances of teaching, language, and cultural exchange. This historic institution, with its branches stretching like thoughtful prayers across the map of the Dominican Republic, taught me as much as I hoped to teach my students. Language wasn't simply a subject here. It was a flourishing narrative and a tool for forging connections. In this vibrant microcosm of global dialogue, I found my place. And in return, it offered me the kind of intellectual and personal growth that so often graces the pages of the best stories, including, no doubt, the one I continued to write every day.